21 new laws go into effect Monday. One will make it easier for first responders to get the help they need. Plus, a new report reveals which Sarasota County roundabout had the highest number of crashes last year. And how Venice is helping struggling businesses as downtown construction continues. Your Suncoast News starts now.
You're watching ABC 7 News at 11.
Hello and welcome. I'm Scott Dennis. Thanks so much for joining us. Our top story this evening, Florida will enforce harsher penalties on animal abusers and increase penalties for people imposing danger on airport properties. Those are just two of the 21 new laws going into effect tomorrow. As ABC 7's Erica Jackson shows us tonight, one of those measures will make it easier for our first responders to get the help they need.
In our most vulnerable moments, we look to our first responders to keep us safe.
When people are running out of a bad situation, we depend on them to run into that bad situation.
But even after they return to their post, some first responders hold on to emotional trauma for years.
If somebody's, feeling suicidal, how can they be effective on the job?
1/3 of Mary Moonan's clients are first responders, some dealing with PTSD. But starting Monday, some of those patients will be eligible for workers' compensation insurance benefits.
When somebody can't bring home their income and the family's already affected by their loved one's PTSD, the stressors pile up.
The new law covers firefighters, police officers, paramedics, EMTs, but some believe it's leaving out one important group: 911 dispatchers.
They're getting these calls, but they never know the end of the story, so they don't get any resolution to really know if their interventions were helpful.
But the law only covers first responders who have witnessed the death of a minor or a death involving serious bodily harm. Attorney Sarah Blackwell says first responders see a lot more trauma in the line of duty, which could trigger PTSD.
It should be broader and include more than just something related to a death of a child or a death that's egregious.
Now first responders will have better access to training on PTSD and can help reduce stress building up throughout their career.
The fact that they can actually get help gives me a lot of relief.
Reporting in Sarasota County, Erica Jackson, ABC 7, your Suncoast News.
Erica, thank you. The Sarasota Police Department and Sarasota County Emergency Services also cover PTSD issues under its employee assistance programs, which are separate from this new law. Now, here are some of the other laws going into effect tomorrow. One will allow people who want to buy guns to use credit cards to pay for background checks. Another allows deaf people to voluntarily identify themselves as hearing impaired when they register vehicles. And then another will increase penalties for people who steal bee colonies. Still no word tonight on how a woman died or her identity after a UPS driver spotted her body on Friday in Manatee County. The driver saw her body in a grassy area near 70th Street Court East and 13th Avenue East in Bradenton. Detectives say the victim is a white woman. They know her name but are not releasing it until her family is notified. Investigators say she likely died before being placed along the road by someone. Anyone with information can call the Manatee County Sheriff's Office. A Bradenton man is behind bars tonight after deputies say he robbed an adult bookstore. Witnesses say it happened at the C&J Adult Store in Bradenton on September 19th. Deputies say Brady Sprague was wearing a disguise. He grabbed some merchandise and then went to the cashier as if to pay, but instead handed the clerk a note demanding cash and then left. Investigators tracked him down and the stolen merchandise was recovered. City of Bradenton is cracking down on false alarm calls. City officials call them costly and time-consuming. Bradenton City Council voting to revise its security alarm ordinance. This change will bring in an outside agency to check on false alarms before police are dispatched and raise fines. Now, previously, fines would have started with the fourth false alarm at $100 and then go up to $500. Now, fines will begin after the first warning at $75. One business owner says while he's happy about the monitoring of false alarms, these fines can add up.
We've had 2 or 3 false alarms. It's usually our back door, people walking by, pulling on it. And, obviously the company will call us, and by that time it's too late. They've already dispatched. It's frustrating that, we can't do anything about it.
Bradenton Police Chief Melanie Bevan says most of the alarms they respond to are false, Bevan says officers waste around 150 hours for every 500 false alarm calls.
That's obviously a lot of time, it's expense, and it's a dangerous thing.
That new ordinance will go into effect within 30 to 45 days. Let's get a check now on our with Wendy Ross on our Sunday night weather with our first alert forecast tonight. Hi, Wendy.
Hello, Scott. Things have been very quiet tonight. We have clear skies out there right now. Temperatures finally at 80 and 81 and 82 degrees, so a little bit cooler than it was just hours ago. And so our temperatures tonight are going to continue to go on down to about 75 degrees for the overnight low. And presently at the airport, it's 80, with those winds having calmed down just a little bit. They're still coming in out of the east at around 11 miles per hour, but they're not bringing any rain with it. So things are quiet for us along the west coast of Florida, as you can see, although we are getting a couple of showers that are trying to make their way across, but they just die out before they do so. And then we've got the rains out here in the Gulf of Mexico and thunderstorms as well, but those are all moving away from land, so we don't have to worry about any of those problems for us. And tonight we're just going to continue with those fair skies and our temperatures eventually getting down into the mid-70s. Scott?
All right, Wendy, thank you so much. More crashes happened last year at the Jacaranda roundabout in Venice than any other roundabout or intersection in the county. That's according to the 2017 Crash Summary Report released by Sarasota County. In fact, more crashes happened there than at the other 13 roundabouts in the county combined. The good news, however, is that out of the 50 crashes, only 2 resulted in injury and there were no fatalities, which is why they are so much safer than typical 4-way intersections. Venice's ongoing downtown beautification project will pay dividends once it's done, but for now, many downtown Venice businesses are struggling. The Venice Gondolier's Sun reporting the Venice City Council is suspending parking time limits until early January to help those businesses. Construction should be complete by then, opening up more parking spaces downtown. Looking ahead, the Florida Department of Transportation will be making some changes to a dangerous intersection this week along State Road 64. That intersection at 64 and Greyhawk Boulevard and Pope Road has been the site of several fatal crashes. The most recent claimed the lives of 2 Lakewood Ranch High School students earlier this month while they were on their way to a homecoming dance. State transportation officials say they'll be closing the left turn lane from State Road 64 onto Pope Road. Eventually, the state plans to build a roundabout at that intersection. This temporary change, though, should be in place by Tuesday. Also ahead this week, we may know as soon as tomorrow who will replace Democratic candidate April Freeman. Freeman was running for the 17th Congressional District, which includes half of Sarasota County, when she died unexpectedly last week. On Monday, a judge is expected to hear from Democratic leaders in the district. They'll discuss whether candidates already running for other offices should also be allowed to run for Congress. Running for 2 offices is against Florida law, but some say the law should not apply in a congressional race. After the judge's decision, party leaders are expected to name a new congressional candidate who will face Republican Greg Steube in November. An FBI investigation is underway tonight into Supreme Court nominee Brett Kavanaugh. Agents have begun contacting possible witnesses as they probe allegations of sexual assault and misconduct against Kavanaugh. That investigation ordered by President Trump after testimony by Dr. Christine Blasey Ford, who described a drunken Kavanaugh putting his hand over her mouth and groping her. Kavanaugh denies the allegations.
Sometimes I had too many beers, but I did not drink beer to the point of blacking out, and I never sexually assaulted anyone.
On the FBI list of people to interview, high school friend Mark Judge. He's allegedly the 3rd person in the room during that alleged assault. Here at home, dozens of golfers hitting the league Sunday to raise some money for a great cause. The Miracle League of Manasota hosting today's tournament at University Park Country Club along with Howard Gard. Gard says the fundraiser is held in memory of his son, a baseball player who died in a car crash in 2004.
I'm a baseball guy, my son was a baseball player, and the Miracle League goes around the country and builds baseball fields for challenged youth and adults. So I wanted my son to live on. When I found the Miracle League, it was a no-brainer. It was a perfect fit.
Miracle League of Manasota also helps thousands of children with disabilities in our community play the sports they love. 2018 World Rowing Masters Regatta wrapping today in Sarasota. The racing began Thursday at Nathan Benderson Park. Nearly 700 competitors from all over the world came here to compete, some older than the age of 80. This event will take place in Hungary next year. Still to come here on ABC 7 tonight, after a powerful earthquake triggers a tsunami in Indonesia, the death toll there rises even higher. Plus, how people shopping for groceries today help to feed the hungry in Manatee County.
This is your brain. This is drugs. This is your brain on drugs. Any questions?
Yeah, I have questions.
Prescription drugs aren't as bad as street drugs, right?
Weed's legal, isn't it?
Drinking is worse than smoking weed.
Isn't it? Why
is heroin so addictive?
Molly just makes you feel happy.
I have questions.
Mom?
Dad, did you ever try drugs?
They're going to ask. Be ready. Go to drugfree.org. A message from Partnership for Drug-Free Kids.
Since 1972, Sleep King has provided quality mattresses and accessories at the best discounted prices available. Top brands like Simmons, Sealy, Serta, Beautyrest, iComfort, and more. With available free delivery, free financing, and free setup and removal. For a comfortable night's sleep with same-day delivery, even if we have to carry it on our backs. Trust Sleep King of Sarasota. Buy it today, sleep on it tonight.
Did you know you could get life insurance for less than 32 cents a day? With Guaranteed Acceptance whole life insurance through TruStage, you can get up to $25,000 in protection with a single phone call, and you cannot be turned down for any reason. Even if you have health problems or are living on a fixed income, Guaranteed Acceptance whole life insurance policies could work for you, with prices starting at less than 32 cents a day. That's as low as $9.40 a month. TruStage can help free your family from immediate financial stress when you're gone.
Utility bills, mortgages, car payments, those are a lot of things that can add up pretty fast.
My mom didn't have life insurance and the cost all fell on me. And that's expensive. We're still paying for that.
Yeah, we're still paying for that.
Call 1-800-218-4991. Now, in one phone call, you can help prepare your family with protection amounts up to $25,000. There are no medical tests or health questions. And remember, you cannot be turned down for any reason. In fact, TruStage policies are already protecting over 18 million Americans. And rates are designed to be affordable, starting at less than 32 cents a day. That's as low as $9.40 a month. Plus, your price will never increase and your benefit will never decrease.
When I leave, everything will be taken care of for them.
Call 1-800-218-4991 now for a free, no-obligation quote. TruStage offers plans to fit your budget with prices starting at less than 32 cents a day. Help protect your family from immediate financial burdens after you're gone with Guaranteed Acceptance whole life insurance through TruStage. Call 1-800-218-4991 now.
Download the all-new ABC 7 First Alert weather app now.
And tsunami in Indonesia, the death toll there rising as rescues continue. Here's what we know. More than 800 people are dead, hundreds more are injured, and authorities say they fear that death toll could rise drastically as they assess the damage to the hardest hit areas. Rescue efforts are focusing on the city of Palu, where countless people remain trapped under collapsed buildings like a 8-story hotel, which is now just a pile of rubble. Amid the devastation, one story of heroism is emerging. Authorities say a 21-year-old air traffic controller stayed in the control tower of the airport there just as the earthquake struck, ensuring one last flight could take off safely. A spokesman for the Air Navigation Indonesia said the decision cost him his life, but potentially he saved hundreds of others. New developments tonight after a car explosion rocked a Pennsylvania neighborhood last night. 3 people are now dead. And as ABC's Daria Albinger reports, police are still looking into a possible cause of that blast.
Powerful images of that deadly car explosion in Allentown, Pennsylvania. They show flames erupting from the burning vehicle, debris strewn everywhere. 911 calls coming in just after 9:30.
We just had an explosion south of 2 Street. It's a car. We're getting multiple calls.
Authorities saying 3 men died in the blast.
We have a high degree of confidence that the perpetrator was probably killed in the incident.
But revealing few other details, including the men's identities or a motive, but calling the explosion a criminal incident. The blast rocking the downtown neighborhood Saturday night, shattering windows, frightening residents.
I just heard the explosion, a big explosion. Like, it scared me, it startled me. I thought it was like a house that blew up.
The ATF and FBI on the scene all day Sunday, blocking off the area around the charred vehicle. Authorities saying this was an isolated incident, yet asking those who live nearby to shelter in place.
The safety of this community is the highest priority for all of us involved, and again, at this time, we believe that there is no ongoing threat.
The Red Cross setting up a temporary shelter in the area for anyone displaced by the explosion. Daria Albinger, ABC News, New York.
An airborne irritant is impacting beaches on Florida's east coast in both Palm Beach and Martin counties. There's no word yet what's causing the issue or if it's red tide. Beachgoers began complaining about respiratory, skin, and eye irritations at the beaches Saturday. And by Sunday, many lifeguards were wearing masks to protect against any exposure.
The police was clearing the park and the beach, warning people about the allergy and the red tide. And I took my shades off and it immediately affected my eyes.
Symptoms are similar to problems caused by red tide, but for now there's no confirmation that that's the problem on Florida's east coast. Taking a look now at Boat Marine Lab's latest red tide report released today. This is from beach observers who report if there are any dead fish washing up or irritants in the air. Then the only beach with dead fish was Manasota Beach. As for respiratory irritation, volunteers report little to no irritation, thanks in part to a brisk wind from the east that has been kind of persistent all weekend.
Yes.
And helping keep some showers away. They're just moving too fast, you know?
I know. The winds are coming in right now out of the east at 11 miles per hour. Earlier in the day, they were around 15 miles per hour. So we're going to see that again developing tomorrow. But one of the things I'm sure you noticed, was it hot for you?
Just a little.
Holy moly, it sure was. 92 was our daytime high today. Normally we're at 88, so we are seeing temperatures above normal, but we didn't have the high that they had back in 1958 of 94 degrees. Can you imagine? But back in 1970 it was 58, and that sounds really good to me right now. 75 is our temperature last night. 72 is where we should be, and we're going to see temperatures back down in the mid-70s again tonight. And all around the state we're looking at temperature readings mostly in the 80s at this hour. A few 70s now beginning to pop up. You can see that, especially when you get away from the coast. But right around the coast, we're all in the 80s at this point. And as far as our current heat index, it still feels a lot warmer than it actually is, with temperatures feeling as though they're all in the 80s, and in some cases close to 90 degrees. But those are the feels like temperatures, not the actual temperatures. And you'll notice that we're going to dip down into the 70s tonight and bounce up very quickly tomorrow morning. It'll be 83 degrees by 10 o'clock. And one of the reasons, too, that we're not getting a whole lot in the way of rainfall is the fact that we've got all this dry air sitting on top of us, and so that's helping to really inhibit any kind of rain chances. And so we only had a 20% chance of rain for today. We're going to see the same thing again tomorrow. We'll get some showers over the northern part of the state where a stalled frontal system is, and we may even see some showers down around the south, which is what we had today. But as far as we're concerned, right here across the coastline, we're not seeing a whole lot of any development. This is just some anomalous propagation, so that's just some false echoes. We're not getting any rain right now. All the showers are actually out in the Gulf of Mexico and moving away from us. Well, of course, we still have Leslie in the Atlantic. That's the system that we're dealing with right now. And Leslie is just spinning her wheels out here. She's not going to be a problem for anyone. She is causing some swells that are moving across the Bermuda area, but 50-mile-per-hour winds right now, moving to the west-southwest. That sounds a little bit ominous. However, it's going to start to do an about face over the next couple of days. So we're going to be seeing this with 65-mile-per-hour winds and then getting to hurricane strength by Tuesday, 75-mile-per-hour winds, and then the system starts to move back up towards the north. So she is going to, once she lifts a little farther to the north, she gets into some colder waters, and there she will die a cold death and not bother anybody after the end of this week. For boaters, winds will be out of the east at 10 knots, seas 1 to 2 feet with a moderate chop out on the bay and the inland waters. And over the next 7 days, we're going to be seeing those temperatures staying right around 90 degrees. Now keep in mind, 88 is the usual daytime high, so 92 for tomorrow, 91 on Tuesday. And we're going to see lower rain chances through Thursday, and then just in time for this upcoming weekend, it looks as though we're going to see plenty of sunshine. Maybe we'll start to see some cooler temperatures in the forecast starting next week, but not this week. Scott?
Okay, Wendy, thank you. In consumer news tonight, the fall season considered one of the best times to buy a car, and Americans are buying a certain type of car at a record pace. Here's ABC's Clayton Sandell with how you can save some money.
Lee Lesher just bought this new truck. See you guys. Or at least new to him. Like a lot of car shoppers, Lesher is finding the cheapest deals are on used wheels.
I'd like to have a brand new pickup, but for $40,000, $50,000, I just can't.
Right now, a new car costs an average of almost $36,000, but for a 3-year-old used car, the price drops to about $22,000.
We're probably up about 50% in used cars in the past 4 months.
Pre-owned cars outsell new ones more than 2 to 1. A used Jeep Grand Cherokee, for example, will set you back $26,000, but a new one, $43,000.
Buying used is definitely the way to go. You'll easily save 30, 40%, even upwards of 50%.
But experts tell us if you are buying used, make sure to get a report that will tell you the car's history, like whether it's ever been stolen or damaged.
Clayton Sandell reporting there. That price gap between new and used cars is forcing dealers to sweeten new car deals with discounts and incentives too. So it's a good time to shop around, whether it's new or used. Manatee County grocery store shoppers stuffing the bus today. 16 school buses were parked outside of public stores all across the county as part of an annual effort to help feed the hungry. Shoppers donating food from a list of needed items. Organizers say the goal for this Stuff the Bus effort, 100,000 pounds of food.
During the summer, we don't get as many donations. People are traveling or our snowbirds are gone. So our inventory is pretty low right now. So we really need this food today from Stuff the Bus, and we need food every day from those who would be so kind to donate.
Food Bank of Manatee distributes food to over 100 food pantries in Manatee County, serving those in need. Your winning lotto numbers are coming up next.
It's Venice Toyota's monumental model year-end clearance. Rates are rising. For a limited time, 0%. New Toyotas, $8,000 off. With Camrys and Corollas, your choice from $19,900 to $15,000. Shop 24/7 at VeniceToyota.com.
Helping families with mesothelioma is all we do. My firm has been offering a free book on mesothelioma for over 10 years. Since that time, hundreds of people with mesothelioma have trusted us to represent them. We have local offices throughout the U.S. and there is no risk to you. Mesothelioma really is all we do.
Call us at 1-800-485-6000. That's 1-800-485-6000.
Or go to mesoonlylaw.com.
This is an important message for anyone with Medicare. You may be eligible for an all-in-one Medicare plan that combines hospital, medical, and prescription drug coverage together with extra benefits that may include dental, vision, hearing aids, and much more. Some of these plans have a $0 monthly premium regardless of your income. That's right. For one low plan premium, or in some cases a $0 premium, you may be able to get coverage for your hospital visits, doctor appointments, prescription drugs, routine dental care, eyeglasses and contact lenses, hearing aids, and possibly more. Today may be the first time you've heard about this type of Medicare plan. The advisors at the Medicare.com helpline are licensed insurance agents who will explain more when you call. Call now to see if you qualify. Call the number on your screen now. Call now to see if you qualify for these benefits. You worked hard for your Medicare. Now is the time for your Medicare to work hard for you. Not affiliated with or acting on behalf of any government agency or program.
Kettle's got it.
Gettle's got what you're looking for at Gettle.com. 17 new car brands, over 1,000 used vehicles, prices and payments you can afford. Credit help if you need it, and they pay cash for your old car. Plus, Gettle Pre-Owned Certified Plus means buying with peace of mind. Need service? Gettle's got that too. Gettle's got it. Visit Gettle.com.
Investigate TV tackles the tough topics with in-depth journalism led by award-winning journalist Lee Zurich. We're your watchdog. Search Investigate TV on your Roku device. Download it now.
This is what high blood pressure looks like. Talk with your doctor to create a treatment plan that works for you. Go to loweryourhbp.org.
It's Venice Toyota's monumental model year-end clearance. Rates are rising. For a limited time, 0%. New Toyotas, $8,000 off. RAVs and Highlanders from $26,900 to $2,900. Shop 24/7 at VeniceToyota.com.
The Florida Lottery winning numbers are sponsored by Frontier Fios.
Okay, viral video alert. It shows two toddlers dressed up as the Slinky Dog from Disney's Toy Story. Aren't they cute? The pair was on their way to Mickey's Halloween party at Disneyland, California. Toy Story Dad on Instagram says it took several months of brainstorming and planning to bring this costume to life. I think the kids love it too, obviously, right?
That is just too much fun. Oh, is that adorable?
Yeah. That's pretty cute. Wow. You like it, I can tell.
I really did. I was choking over here in the corner. It beats the picture I had. I just finished showing Scott the picture of the alligator I saw crawling out of the sewer in front of me as I was driving down the street tonight. Yikes. Stay cool. It's going to be a hot week this week and not so much in the way of rain tomorrow, so quiet conditions.
Thank you. Thank you for joining us. Have a good night, everyone.
Did you know you could get life insurance for less than 32 cents a day? With Guaranteed Acceptance whole life insurance through TruStage, you can get up to $25,000 in protection with a single phone call. TruStage can help free your family from immediate financial stress when you're gone.
Utility bills, mortgages, car payments, those are a lot of things that can add up pretty fast.
And even if you're on a fixed income, prices fit your budget, starting at less than 32 cents a day. Plus, your price will never increase and your benefit will never decrease. And with no medical tests or health questions, you cannot be turned down for any reason. Call 1-800-842-7189. Now, for a free, no-obligation quote, TruStage offers plans to fit your budget. Help protect your family from immediate financial burdens after you're gone with Guaranteed Acceptance whole life insurance through TruStage. Call 1-800-842-7189 now.
So you've decided to go to college. That's cool. So pop quiz. Which is a better way to earn your degree? Commute to college and fill your gas tank, get stuck in traffic, drive in bad weather, try to find a parking space, walk a half mile to class, or learn online at Independence University. In the park on a bench, on the beach on a towel, or on your couch with your kid, your campus is wherever you want it to be. You don't go to college. College goes to you. That's independence. That's Independence University. You schedule classes around your schedule, and all your supplies, including a brand new laptop and tablet, are included with tuition. At Independence U, you'll learn from professional instructors with real work experience. You'll get personal support in school and employment assistance when you graduate. Get your degree, but keep your life. That's independence. That's Independence University. So if you're really smart, you'd call now.
Call 1-800-965-2704.
Independence U for an independent you.
Call 1-800-965-2704.
Since 1972, Sleep King has provided quality mattresses and accessories at the best discounted prices available. Top brands like Simmons, Sealy, Serta, Beautyrest, iComfort, and more. With available free delivery, free financing, and free setup and removal. for a comfortable night's sleep with same-day delivery, even if we have to carry it on our backs. Trust Sleep King of Sarasota. Buy it today, sleep on it tonight.
Coast Guard, we are taking on water.
The United States Coast Guard. They secure our ports and waterways, protect our environment, keep drugs away from our kids, and save lives. It's dangerous work. And in times of triumph or tragedy, the Coast Guard Foundation answers the call to support Coast Guard members and their families. Learn more at coastguardfoundation.org.